An alleged cocaine smuggler has been picked up near the border in a car bearing a vanity license plate that says smuggler with 1G. My advice is, if you're a drug smuggler and you're trying to keep a low profile, maybe driving around in a vehicle with a vanity plate that says smuggler and staying at the Smuggler's Inn probably is not the best way to avoid attention, don't you think?
Or is it the most brilliant move ever?
Well, apparently not.
Hiding it in plain sight.
Jasmine Clare from British Columbia was nabbed in Washington in December with 10 kilograms of cocaine after Department of Homeland Security investigators received a tip from a CI about possible smuggling activity. And when they went over there at 8 o'clock, there was a black GMC Yukon driven by the inn owner and bearing the personalized smuggler plate. And they arrived with 2 passengers. They were arrested. I think you've got to be smarter than that if you're smuggling drugs.
Yeah, kind of silly. Maybe she didn't start as a drug smuggler, and just forgot to change plates when she picked up this profession.
Yeah.
Who knows?
It may be Jasmine a man. I'm actually not sure. I know we're assuming it's a woman because of the name, but I'm not totally sure on that.
All right. Yeah.
I mean, there's women named Ashley.
That's true.
And Stacy.
And Lauren and yeah, Lindsay.
Sure.
Yep.
Should we name more or just move on?
No, that's pretty good.
Okay. Florida becomes the first state to drug test public employees, except who, Lewis?
Elected officials.
Obviously.
Yeah.
So they are now drug testing public employees, but not elected officials. This is the first this is a first in the nation law which allows state workers to be tested for drug use. Who promoted this? Our good buddy, Republican Governor Rick Scott. He signed the bill into law. And the legislation allows but doesn't require state agencies to randomly test up to 10% of their public employees for illegal drugs, prescription drugs, and alcohol every 3 months. We have some precedent for this law. And in Florida, they actually did some testing of welfare recipients, okay? It turned out that the average drug usage rate in Florida is estimated to be, if I recall correctly, I don't have these numbers in front of me, 9%. And only 2% of the tested welfare recipients actually tested positive for drug use. So while there was the assumption that so many welfare recipients are on drugs and therefore they shouldn't receive benefits, the reality seems to be that the drug use rate among welfare recipients is only 1/5 of that among the general population, if you believe those numbers. Incredible.
Yeah.
What a waste. We're talking about smaller government is what Republicans claim to want. What a waste of government resources.
Why would they be testing for alcohol? Alcohol is legal.
Does it say that they're
Yeah.
testing for alcohol?
It says illegal drugs, prescription drugs, and alcohol every 3 months.
That's true. Well, I guess if you're drunk at the time of the test, which presumably is during work hours, that's a problem.
I guess so, yeah.
Don't you think?
Yeah, that would be the only reason I can think of.
I have no problem at all with actually doing mass drug testing, but I mean, I'm not particularly in favor of it either. But if you're going to do it, you've got to include everyone, don't you?
Yeah, like the governor.
The governor should be drug tested too.
Absolutely.
There you go.
Absolutely. I bet we'd find some very fascinating things.
I think there's no question. If we included elected officials in the drug testing, there would be a number of scandals.
There would be a number of new elected officials.
Let's take a break. Dennis Campbell's next on Worldview. Log on to Facebook, facebook.com/David Pakman Show. Like the David Pakman Show on Facebook. Back after this.
The David Pakman Show at davidpakman.com.